Cheick, there's quite a few people feeling that perhaps you made enough of a statement tonight to put yourself in the frame to win or to fight the winner of the heavyweight Grand Prix.
So the thing is, for sure, for some people, it could be a big segment, because I came back and with a good knockout. But at the time, and I used to tell you, but for sure nobody used to know what's happened. But I never been the ability to be prepared. For the last few fights I used to do, I used to be caught always at the last minutes, and then 2-3 weeks, you can do magical stuff. So for sure, that's something really exciting. But at the time, I will see, what's the future, and what's Bellator bringing to me.
So Cheick, you just have currently the longest winning streak in Bellator heavyweight. 6 wins in a row, I believe.
Woo!
You just got to finish. First question is, were you invited to participate in the tournament? And secondly, do you feel your title shot is guaranteed now?
Good question. The thing is, in life you never know anything is secure or granted. So I think by the time they used to organize the Grand Prix, I was in a renegotiation with my contract, so it took time for sure. But finally we get the agreement and we've been agreed about some stuff. But by the time to be in a mix for the next, at the time I think for what it is, I'm the champ, and what else I have to do? Probably wait, the final season, but those guys are gonna beat, we're gonna fight each other, to get the belt that been crowned, and from that, I will be the next guy to fight the actual champions. So for sure, it would be really great for me to stay in the mix also, just accurate also my skills and not being dusty. So for sure, by next week I will turn 43. I'm still in good shape, and I should say more than that, ready to go.
Cheick, the 2 semi-finals of the Bellator heavyweight tournament are now set. Matt Mitrione against Ryan Bader and Chael Sonnen against Fedor Emelianenko. How do you see those 2 semi-finals?
It's pretty tricky. So, but that I should think about. I don't know. Probably, is a good setup to probably get the revenge in favor of Fedor, so that we can prove it was an accident. But tonight, I can see somebody really anger, starving about the victory, and want to get he want to add another level in his chapter, chapter. So probably, the history in Bellator can be with Ryan Bader. For sure it would be great. But at the time, what I should say is that, I wish the best for everybody. I'm not the guys to say, oh, you know what, I would never fight this guy or whatever. So the thing is, I never use the ability to pick the guys I'm gonna fight. So I always show up, no matter what, and do the thing. So we'll see.
Hey, Cheick, you mentioned, you turned 43 coming up. You hadn't had a finish since 2014, and the knock against you lately has seemed to be that you just had some decision wins and the fights were lackluster, but they were wins, no less. So with tonight's performance and it being a big finish, do you feel like you maybe made a statement or proved something to anybody who had been doubting you lately?
No, the thing is, I don't need to prove anything. So when I was to the River Company, I used to perform as much as I can, and I used to perform no matter what's going on, what's happened to me, and the thing is today is everybody try to protect his record, try to feel the fame and be successful. But if I used to remember, back in the day, people, no matter what, used to fight with what they have, not thinking about injuries or whatever. It was just about pride and guts. So, and I used to be one of the guys, old school, I think like that way. So for sure, today is a big time because for sure, I will be 43, for the next fight. And for sure, for some people, I'm an old guy. So, and the good guy to hang on the wall. So I'm not the guys, make decision to fight and be, the victim. So I always give the best, no matter what, injured or not. So I always show up, no matter what. So for sure, the fight is not easy, but I do my best.
Can you take us through the actual sequence, the finish? Because Javy came out pretty aggressive, trying to get you down, and he wouldn't let go of it. And then finally, when the referee separated you guys, it seemed like he wanted to come. I mean, he came at you with a really big shot. Could you see that coming? Because it looked like you blocked it, got him hard. Did you see something coming? Did you feel that aggression from him?
The thing is, I don't know. What I should say is, I don't know the guy, so no disrespect to him. He did very well, so he tried, and make his strategy, his game plan to put me down. So I used to train, as I used to do. So I think, I got a really good times to prepare this fight for 2 months. I was supposed to prepare my comeback for 3 months, and they called me and reduced the time. So, but it was good enough, for the performance. Not enough for myself to put me in a real confidence. For sure, I was quite skeptical because I was like, probably he's gonna do this, or the guy is heavier than me. And usually for somebody pretty lighter than like me, sometimes it's a big trouble. But even on the ground or standing, no big deal. So.
Cheick, I was wondering, obviously you talked about, you're on a great win streak in the heavyweight division. You were not chosen for the tournament, but your good friend Quinton Jackson was. Obviously both of you want the biggest fights possible, but what kind of conversation did you have with him about the fact that he was in the tournament, but you were not?
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck you up. At this level, the thing is, no bad mood, no bad temper. I'm a big brother, he's a little brother. We talk about life and relationship or whatever, even for the fight business. So no big deal. Bellator choosing, to do the tournament was great for the situation to fight, but not great, about the way they used to set up the fight. So and for sure, we couldn't make the decision to, if we used to get more times, for sure, to redo my contract and take the seat, to talking about it, with the management and stuff. Yeah, I think we should do it, but life always decide things differently, so no big deal. The thing is not like I'm not mad at him, for sure. I'm pretty upset, about his loss, but we're still in good mood. So.
And for yourself,
CNN fake news. So first off, are you going to ask Scott to fight for the belt after the tournament? Second question, do you feel like this is your best performance, being that you just won 6 fights in a row?
The thing is, for sure, I don't know, until, how much win I have to do for this. But yes, that's one of the opportunity to ask that, So, most of the time that's, they always requesting, about what fans want. So, at the time it seems like, the darkness can talk, darkness, can get the right price for himself. So, probably because I'm black.
Darkness!
I don't know, French, I don't know, but I will. So.
Love you, brother.
you haven't fought since last May. How much did the layoff affect you in preparation for this fight?
But you know what? So it was really bad. I can wait. What else? I had a fucking fat belly. I never seen myself, in that shape. It was horrible. So, but the good thing is, I was really focused, on with the business, and for sure nobody used to know what it is, but just to be short, and I used to be injured, during the fight, during 2 fights, Paul Bontello and Travis Brownie, and I fought with broken vertebrae and torn ligament on both shoulders. So for sure, people at the time say, hey, how did he do that? And even myself, I didn't know. So when I checked up, it was pretty bad, and I was supposed to be retired. So I met some really good physical therapists, in France, because here the therapy was really bad, harmful. And I came back, in 7 months, instead getting the surgery and spending time with the recovery during 5 years and being retired. So thanks to this company, I'm still here. I'm still performing, and I used to, and now, I used to be clear with the, with the FDA, working in all America to provide the service of weight back. So that's the thing, works pretty well. And that's the thing will keep me focused, and even if I was really mad, at the Bellator, because I used to feel, to be dumb. And that's the thing will keep me, happy for the joy I used to bring for therapists and patients.
Last question, guys.
Hey, like my man said, Ayala came out hot, swinging wild. Obviously, that allows you to catch him coming in because you can see it. Did he actually clip you with anything at all, or were you pretty much untouched?
The thing is, usually, the difference, we make good fighters and bad fighters. And for sure, I'm not disrespectful, so I don't want to disrespect his performance of the night. But the thing is, even for when I used to strike with everyone, I used to think about what I have to do, because for sure, the thing is, I don't want to put, that term always on the table because it's white, it's black, or wherever it's coming from. And the thing is, for my since I used to strike, in the beginning of the Muay Thai, and even in the MMA, I always try to be smart, for the exchange. So he did some good shot, and my guys used to work on me and give me a hard time, to prepare and be ready for that. So I can tell, and I won't say, how much, I work for that or whatever, I used to prepare, because no matter what, that's MMA, and boxing, Muay Thai, and wrestling, jiu-jitsu, that's the way we get prepared for the fight. But I was just prepared for this. It was just probably like a reflex of probably a second nature, for the fight. But I didn't feel annoyed or inconfort, like insecure for this. It was pretty good. So probably my fear about that, about the fight, was the weight. Because for sure, as every weight, one punch is good enough to shut down the night. So.
Thanks.
Thank you, Cheick.